Sir, it is an acceptable position in the country itself. Everyone will accept that India is facing a great problem, great challenge to curb down the drugs abuse. This is an acceptable position. There is no blame gaming play. This is a position where we have to face this situation in the country itself. Sir, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes World Drug Report 2022 estimates that around 284 million people use drugs worldwide. The report also claims India is one of the world's single largest opiate markets. In India, youth is among the most sufferer of this abusement of drugs, and more than 60%, sorry to say, more than 60% of the illicit drugs seized in India are from Punjab. Now, according to study, most addicts are between the age group of 15 and 35, and many are unemployed. Sir, although it has been said, now I am making it very clear that India is sandwiched between the two largest opium-producing regions of the world, that is a golden triangle on one side and the golden crescent on the other side. Now, the golden crescent area includes Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran. And the golden triangle area comprises Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, and Laos. During the national household every survey, more than 40,000 men and boys aged about 12 to 60 years are interviewed. While subsidiary, the studies looked at drug misuse among women and prison inmates and rural population in border areas. So now, every state is having the responsibility. But in a case of a smuggling from the different countries to India, no doubt the central government has to take the responsibility to prevent this smuggling. Sir, we are talking about so many ways and so many means. How to stop it? We can give number of suggestions to how to build up, how to educate our child, how to educate the young generation, everything. But crime has to be prevented at the root of the things. If it is not prevented at the root, then only giving an education to the young generation and others, that will not prevent the crime. Who are the parents are in India, in the country? Who are amongst us who do not teach our children that no, you must be in a correct path. You don't mix up with these types of people, these categories of people. Despite that, every parent gives the good education, good lesson to their children, but unfortunately, these youngsters, those who are adolescent age, they are in a wrong path. And wrong path is because of so many attractions are there in the field. This is not only the drugs. Drugs also brings, abuse of drugs also brings different colors of crimes. Therefore, crime has to be stopped. To prevent the crime, first preventive step, first step has to be taken. The central government has to stop this smuggling itself. And there, everyone should cooperate with the central. I am not making any response, I am not making anything against anybody. But my suggestion is this. This has not been done because of 1 or 2 years or 4 years or 5 years. This is not done because of this chief minister, that chief minister, or that chief minister. It is going on decades after decades. Who was in 2004 in power? That survey report is with us. 2018 survey report is with us. This is increasing. These are increasing. It has to be taken very sportingly that we have failed. This is not our credit. All we have failed to prevent, we have stopped to prevent. We could not do it. We could not educate our children. This is our fault. The fault of the older generation, that we can't teach our children in the correct pathway to go. This is the thing. Why these are the attractions are there? Why there's so many cabarets? Why there's so many hotels? Why the drugs? Every day you can find out that the drugs addicted children, young boys are going on from the evening to midnight, even in the late night also. Late night also. This is going on. But we have failed to stop it. This is the practical thing that we have to accept this proposition. You have to accept it. Sir, now I just give you some statistics on this, sir. As per the Comprehensive National Survey on extent and pattern of substance use in India conducted in 2018, the details of drug abuse are underreported at a 26% increase over the previous decades. So whom I will blame? I will blame only the present government. I will not. The governments after governments have failed to stop it. Now the time has been ripen where this government should stop it. At any cost it should be stopped. It should be prevented at any cost. It is not the fault of any particular government. He will blame this government, he will blame this government. No, we have failed it. Sir, the name of this substance is cannabis. Estimated number of users aged 10 to 17 years at 20 lakhs in our country. And 18 to 75 years is 2 crores 90 lakh 80,000. Opiates 40 lakhs 10 to 17 years. Sedatives 20 lakhs. Inhalants 30 lakhs. Cocaine 2 lakhs. ATS 4 lakhs. These are the figures. These are being used by the 10 to 17 years. Leave aside 18 to 75 years. Opioids 1 crore 86 lakhs 44,000. Sedatives 1 lakh 5 lakhs 80,000. Inhalants 51 lakhs 25,000. Cocaine 9 lakh 40,000. ATS 15 lakhs 47,000. Applying estimates of prevalence to population figures, this survey estimated that India, whose population is over 1 billion, 62.5 million people used alcohol, 8.75 million used cannabis, 2 million used opiates, and 0.6 million used sedatives or hypnotics. 17% to 26% of these people can be classified as dependent users who need urgent treatment, says the report. Sir, my experience speaks about this. In a case of domestic violence, when the cases are coming into the court, when it comes to us, it gives us a pain. Almost 80%, 75 to 80% domestic violence case, the women are suffering because of the husband's drug addiction itself. Drug addiction itself. This is the present scenario of our country itself. It has to be stopped by any cost. If we wish that India should progress, if we really wish that our young generation would take away our India in a larger extent in the world, we have to stop it. Our young generation has to be saved by any means. So many, if there is more coercive steps have to be taken, more coercive law has to be brought, that has to be done. We not only will save this people's, those young generation. Sir, I tell you very honestly, it really, I cry sometimes why the women of our country suffers from so many domestic violence itself. Each and every day, any woman will come and will cry. And most of the cases are drug addiction. Sir, I will not give details of one case. I do not want to say. Sir, I tell you, this is a richest man of the Calcutta. Richest, one of the rich person. One lady married her, this gentleman. 7 crores money has been spent, had to be spent, rather not spent, had to be spent by the bride's father. Sir, within 1 year, 15 days, the bride had a unnatural death. And do you know what is the reason? The reason itself is such a big, educated person coming from Oxford, one of the richest men of Calcutta, having a big culture, going on everywhere in society, having access to all the ministers, whether irrespective of government level, central government, state government, leave aside. She died because of the addicted husband itself. What are the languages have been used? I do not want to say. I have seen that. I am seeing this every day. I am seeing this, sir. Just seeing this every day. This has to be stopped. Sir, currently India does not have a system of national or local monitoring for drug misuse. Dr. Rajat Rai, head of the Center of Behavioral Science at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, said this one. The present scenario of the Indian society has been entirely changed than the earlier times. Now in the urban areas, the families are getting nuclear. That is also one of the great problems. There is a need to build more and more enough treatment centers, already which have been suggested. The way it will come, that's a decision, that's a policy, has to be formulated by the government. We are happy that the Honorable Home Minister is present here, and of course she will take all steps in this correct step and positive steps. We expect that. Sir, it is the one thing of the prevention. There is another picture is there. That also very sad. Sir, application of the NDPS Act in a proper manner is appreciable. One can appreciate it. But misuse of the provisions of the NDPS Act is also deprecated. Sir, this is a common scenario now. If you want anyone to pick up, give a case of NDPS so that he doesn't get any bail. And you know in the NDPS Act, if a case FIR is lodged against anyone, he doesn't have any scope to get an anticipatory bail under Section 438 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Therefore, one has to surrender first. Then he has to prove, no, he was not involved with the case. Burden is shifted to the accused itself. Therefore, misuse of, when no one is getting any case, superior officers are asking, give, fulfill your target, pick up someone, give an NDPS case. This is the thing is being done.
Yes.
It is done, sir. Sir, since the Honorable, just I will take 1 minute time.
Yes, please.
Sir, I was hearing everyone's speech here, sir. Sir, last 3 weeks back, which case? I told the Calcutta case. I said,
yeah, please.
This is not,
please,
sir, since the Honorable Home Minister is there, I didn't have the idea that, actually I was not aware, this is my fault, that Gujarat is also having banning of alcohol. I was not aware. The one client came to me from the Ahmedabad itself 3 weeks or 4 weeks back, just before the Gujarat elections. I was asking him after the conference, what is the situation of Gujarat, etc., etc. Then he said, you know, Gujarat alcohol is banned, but home delivery of alcohol is available at Gujarat itself, with Ahmedabad itself. Please, sometime you learn, have the degree of tolerance, sir. Face the reality. It is not that I am blaming someone. It is happening. It is whose responsibility? That's not the point.
Minister, please.
Industry ban is not the issue. Industry is not the issue. You are also a accused in one criminal case. Why you are saying so? Why are you saying so? Don't say. No, don't go to any other issue. Don't say this issue. You are here, yes.
Nothing going on record. Nothing going on.
He is also named in the one FIR. Why you are saying so?
No, nothing going on record.
Why you are saying so? Is the industry an issue? Is the industry an issue? Don't say this. I am talking on this.